Hello, my name is Marius and today we'll be talking about 10 tips to increase your productivity to achieve more in less time. Let's get started with number 1. Use an analog timer instead of a digital one. This whole principle that I'm going to bring forward to you now is going back to limiting your distractions, which includes this little device here that we call our phone and that we're very happy with. But more about that later. Basically, by any digital device, we have temptations right in front of us. Apps that we could play with, messages that we could answer, shorts that we could watch, and so on. Now, when it comes to a timer in general, you are able to track a certain study/work session. You can even go that far and set yourself to be productive in a certain period. This period doesn't have to be long. It can just be as simple as 25 minutes sessions. That is as long as a Pomodoro session. We'll talk about that later on as well. Now, because potentially you are from now on just studying in sessions, you could block off a certain period of time and study in that period every single day. But we still have our phones, don't we? And there's one thing that we can do with it that increases our chance to be even more productive throughout the session. We can at least turn on an automatic do not disturb mode. I have that on right now, and I even turned on grayscale, so you won't be seeing any form of colors on my screen right now. And that is just because I want my screen to be as unappealing to me as any way possible. So I just don't go on it, that I don't want to go on it. With that, I'll be able to just focus on myself, just to focus on the work that I'm doing and be super productive. Just a quick reminder that it is quite good that you communicate the do not disturb if it's analog by, for example, talking to roommates, by talking to your family, or with your colleagues, that you're not available throughout a short period of time. Now, the third tip to be more productive is to be banning this device here in general. Anything can be a distraction. Genuinely anything. It can be a lovely pen that we can play with, that we can click around with, no matter how annoying it is, that we can swirl around with in our fingers. Every single bit that does not make us focus on our studies, that does not make us focus on our work, is a distraction. The problem now with this pen is that I might need it for my studies. I can't just get rid of it like I can with my phone. So instead of just recklessly getting rid of every possible distraction, so having basically an empty room with your curtains down, noise cancelling headphones on, learn to be disciplined and to maybe not click around with your pen. Not that you're doing that, but it's just an example. Learn to be disciplined to have your phone next to you without going onto it. An exercise that you can do right now that comes in really handy is for you to have a sheet of paper and to write in one column all possible distractions, and then you make an arrow to the column next to it and write down how you can kind of redeem yourself and how you can help yourself when you come across that certain distraction. Like, for example, the phone, you would write down phone, get rid of it, ban it from your room. It could also be your roommates. Then the solution to that would be to communicate your study hours better, or to hang up a do not disturb sign outside your room. Now, point number 4 to be more productive is to have breaks and to study/work with interleaved practice. Interleaved practice is to change up your topics once in a while so that it's just more engaging. You can do that as often as every period in which you work. So every session. A break now helps us to develop our goldfish brain, which attention span lies now at like 8 seconds, to look forward to something. So we have our study session and then a short break. It doesn't really have to be long. It can be as long as it takes to have a short, simple conversation with your colleagues, study partners, or any real-life human beings. Once again, don't go on your phone. That will just draw you more into it and you get more distracted and less disciplined. You could also make a cup of tea, cup of coffee, go for a walk in a park or just around your neighborhood, because we don't have all the time in the world. And my personal favorite is to just prepare for the next session instead of just existing and staying at your workplace and doing nothing. Now, this leads me to point number 5. reward yourself. And that as often as every time you finish a sub-goal. A sub-goal can be your to-do list, a to-do on your to-do list, or a bigger goal that you set out yourself for the entire week, for the entire month. And possible rewards are saving money to maybe go into a budget that you can then spend, meet family, friends, someone you like and enjoy spending time with, to go outside, explore the world and get a little bit of vitamin D in, and as always, go drink a coffee. And now point number 6 is to prepare your to-do list the Sunday in the week before you need to perform. To create your to-do list ahead of time, because every time we create a to-do list, we also need to decide and prioritize certain things, which is a quite draining act. By doing it the week before you need to perform, you eliminate those decisions and can just purely jump into action, into doing something productively. Mark Zuckerberg and other tech entrepreneurs are even going further. To minimize their distractions, they just wear one outfit and one outfit only. So it's the same shirt, the same pair of trousers, of course not the same pair of trousers, not the same shirt, but the outfit. So it's just the same gray color and blue jeans that they're wearing every single day. But that's it, because they don't want to decide what to wear every single day, because that's just so draining and they have bigger decisions to deal with. You can adapt to that on a micro scale with, for example, having to-dos laid out the night before. And now point number 7, I've already teased it, work with priorities. There are 4 priorities that you could kind of go through. Number 1, do the thing that is the most urgent, needs to happen now kind of thing, right away. Number 2, focus on what is the most annoying and important task, and you do that just for it to be out of the way. That's something that we just want to get done with as soon as possible, because then our schedule clears up and just feels more liberating. The third thing then is to do the things that are really difficult, and everything else are now tasks that have a lower priority and are potentially fun. So you naturally do them and just feel super productive and super fulfilled as soon as you get those first 3 things out of your way. And point number 8 could help you. That would be an accountability partner, or to join a study/work group, someone who lifts you up, who pushes you out of your comfort zone, who wants the best for you and encourages you to keep going, to keep pushing. This particular individual will ask critical questions that you need to answer truthfully regarding your work progress. The cool part about it is that you can then also return questions and ask, how can I do this certain project? How can you help me get from here where I'm at to here where I want to be? It's really powerful. Matter of fact, me and my girlfriend are currently trying it out. So she is currently the accountability partner of mine and I'm the accountability partner of hers. And let's see how it goes. Maybe I'll make a video about that as well in the future. Now, number 9, say no to things that are not scheduled. It all comes down to discipline and to saying yes to the things that are scheduled. Let's remind ourselves of the priority list. The first thing should be the most important thing. And based on that, we continue with our schedule. But if we constantly say yes to new things, then the workload just piles up on top of one another and we never get anything done. We feel overwhelmed, drained, eventually burned out. And that can't be the right approach, can it? So the solution to that is just to be saying no. This is what I need to do now. And you often need to say that to yourself into the mirror. This is what I need to do. And that's it. I will focus on other projects afterwards, but this is it. There's a sentence that I really like when it comes to that, and it goes like, if your time is negotiable once, it will always be negotiable. And you want your time to fully belong to yourself. Maybe run that through your head once or twice. I personally think it's really powerful and really cool. Now, number 10, participate in study challenges. Overall in challenges. A challenge is going to push you, kind of like an accountability partner. It's going to get you out of your comfort zone. There you have some form of leaderboard, there you see other people compete against you, and that just naturally drives you to do a little bit better, to do a little bit more, as well as you have an artificial deadline. You have to perform a certain way to get a certain result until a certain period of time, until a certain date. So it's going to motivate you, push you, as well as, that's important, entertain you. Matter of fact, I actually created a study challenge which is totally for free to sign up. It happens like every single month for a week and you can get a bunch of cool free stuff. Link is in the video description. And that being said, watch this video right here. See you all next week.